Here's how we're gonna do it.
Looks like this dynasty is broken.
It's delightful to see you on the right side of the light again, superhero. Cheers. Official! Official! I have a man, I have a pinfall attempt. 1, 2, 3! Yes! Yes! Oh! Yes! Even the man with 3 H's would be proud of the way we buried this young, promising talent.
Yes, it is I, Broken Kyle. Anyways, this is part 3 of our Impact Wrestling discussion of the 20 years of Impact Wrestling. I've been waffling. So, hope you all enjoy. I can't actually remember if we discussed the Broken Universe in this. Probably didn't, but I enjoyed it. So, I thought I'll include the intro and the outro. Spoiler. Anyways, hope you all enjoy, and back to the episode.
Now, I'm sure you remember, by the way, Jay Lethal doing his Macho Man tribute. It's not really a parody. But do you remember when he was doing his Ric Flair parodies?
Yeah, I watch it at least once a month. Yeah.
For real? Where he's on the ramp, does he elbow drop his sunglasses?
No. He elbow drops his jacket.
Yeah. And he dropped it as well.
Yeah.
Which is the things that, and then he took off his sunglasses and they placed him down.
Yeah.
But there's stuff that Ric Flair does as well. It's like, it's so on point.
Yep. You're telling me about 4 horsemen? Woo! Yeah.
The thing is, if you close your eyes,
yeah, I'm saying, if you close your eyes, you wouldn't think it was him. You think Ric Flair talked to himself. Oh, that's not weird.
Well, it's not perfect, by the way. It's not 100% because you could, but essentially all the delivery and all that is there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great stuff. You say you watch it once a month?
Yeah, once a month.
What a joker!
Because one of my friends tends to send it to us in a WhatsApp group. He tends to like send it at least once a month, or if he hasn't, it's that time, so I have to listen to it.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. It's 10 minutes long, but it's just that was when Fortune had AJ Styles,
yep,
Bobby Roode, Frankie Kazarian, James Storm, and Desmond Wolfe in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, by the way, did you think they underused? Like, I feel Nigel McGuinness was underutilized a lot.
Yeah.
Considering how he came in to have his when he was having his match with Kurt Angle, and it did kind of establish him as a star, especially since from Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Even though I don't know if Impact actually mentioned Ring of Honor.
Probably not.
But well, I don't think they did, and I don't think they didn't, because they mentioned that AJ Styles and Samoa Joe had matches before.
Yeah.
But they didn't. Yeah, they didn't say specifically.
Yeah, I don't think at this point. I think by the time Nigel came in,
yeah,
their TNA Ring of Honor relationship had properly soured, so they wouldn't mention it.
Oh yeah, because of the controversy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
No.
So that was that. And you're like, all right, well, for some reason, so Nick Aldis, you remember when he came in?
Yeah.
The Brutus Magnus, the modern day Gladiator, because UK Gladiator was on the revival.
Yeah, and he was Magnus. No, he was
Oblivion.
Oblivion, yeah, the big O.
Yeah. So when I saw him on that, and he was kind of promised like he was a wrestler, I was saying to my sisters, this dude he still wants to be a wrestler. Little did I know he actually was.
Same. I was like, oh, he is one. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So now everything he says makes sense because he on that show he was playing a character, but everyone else seemed to be playing versions of themselves that weren't
themselves.
They didn't know how to play it.
Yeah,
There was a guy
yeah.
called Tornado, and he was just being obnoxious.
Yeah.
Rather than you need to ham it up, you need to go over you need to embrace this. It's not you being mean or mean mugging and stuff like that. You got to allow yourself to look silly as well at times.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Tornado, the guy playing Tornado was just like your bad loudmouth off the street.
Mm.
He'd be a football hooligan if he was. Well, you know, if he was white, he would have been a football hooligan. That's essentially it, right? But yeah, Brutus Magnus, Nick Aldis, he knew how to play his character.
Mm.
So yeah, when he came and they were like, "Oh, the modern day gladiator," I was like, "Yeah, let's see what his wrestling skill was like." He was not particularly that good actually when he was first in TNA. But when he joined with what's his name? Doug Williams.
Yeah, there we go.
The British Invasion. The tag title. I think the tag belts helped him a lot.
Yeah.
And then when he just changed to Magnus, and he teamed with it suddenly somehow. Oh, this is what New Japan got angry at them as well. So the British Invasion, these were the IWTB tag champions.
Yeah.
And the British Invasion were the TNA tag champions. And I think that the British Invasion then defeated Team 3D for the IWTB titles, which New Japan was like, "What are you doing? That's not right." So, but then TNA were like, "Oh, don't worry, they're going to win it back." They did, and the Team 3D won it back the next couple of weeks later, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But it's just like you can't make title changes of our titles without our knowledge.
Yeah,
probably a Vince Russo sort of whatever, right?
Yeah, probably because I think he was still part of it at that point. So yeah.
Yeah, so that didn't help their case. But yeah, so so Magnus somehow switched from. I could get, by the way, how Magnus would be in the British Invasion from the modern day gladiator. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But then he turned his gimmick into a ladies' man gimmick. It's like, wow, that's a lot of change. You should have probably went by your real name if you were going to do that.
Yeah. Should just be Nick Aldis.
Yeah. Wait, so, by the way, I liked more as he went along.
Yeah.
Because he presented himself well. And he knew how to do his promos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Except that by the time he won the title with, as it is, where you can't seem to win a title without any interference whatsoever. I don't get that. It doesn't make it. When Bob Ray just needs the entire aces of eights and eights to help him win the title.
Yeah.
What's that about? You know.
Yeah.
It just didn't make any sense to me. Even like as we were saying before, Nick Aldis just needing a whole bunch of heels to help. And where were the faces, by the way? Did the faces not want AJ Styles to win So the faces that were feuding with aces and eights. No one. So randomly, all the heels that were attacking AJ Styles, they weren't necessarily aligned with Magnus. What are you saying? Or
no. I think they sort of got paid off through Dixie Carter, if I'm not correctly.
Yeah. So then the logic being, why is all the faces that are feuding with those other heels not there to do anything?
Yeah.
Not going to help AJ Styles?
No.
I don't. Yeah.
Too much to ask for.
Who knows? Who knows?
No one.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've seen one thing they did do well, by the way. I mean, so what TNA did do well was give chances to people that were lower tier in WWF, WWE, or in other organizations, and help them get a bit more prominent. Like they gave them more full potential to use.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying I'm a super fan of EC3, but he was a somebody here.
Yeah. He was.
He was a nobody when he was in NXT.
Yep.
It did help that when he cut his hair.
Yeah.
Because his hair was like what frothy.
It was like super curly mop sort of thing.
What'd you say is a white man's afro?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. That's the bestest way of putting it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he cut it short and became the nephew of
Dixie Carter. Yeah.
EC3, which I was like, okay, fair enough. And he walked around, he walked the walk, he talked the talk, and he just like he accepted him as being a champion in TNA.
Yeah.
Even though you could say he's kept on getting his title shot by nepotism, which is the whole point though, because he is EC3. Yeah. When he took the EC3 gimmick to WWE, and they couldn't mention that he was.
I don't know how they ruined his character, if I'm honest.
Yeah, but they couldn't really mention Dixie Carter, so it'd be hilarious though if Dixie Carter came on and accompanied them to the ring at one point when she had left TNA as well.
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre.
Yep.
When he left and he came back, he left WWE looking like a boy.
Yeah.
Because when he came into TNA, he looked like a man.
Yeah.
He somehow he looked, even though he was mid-20 something, right?
Yeah.
You don't grow your height
No.
any more than that. But somehow he looked okay. He got beefier, but he somehow made himself look taller as well.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is about. But yeah, they gave it. They unlocked his full potential. Would you say they helped Lashley, or would you say Lashley's already kind of?
No, Lashley was already what he was, king.
This was, by the way, it reminds me of a feud that Lashley had with Scott Steiner.
Wait,
and
they had a feud?
Yeah, they had a feud. I think it was for the it might have been for the TNA. I can't remember exactly, but Scott Steiner saying that. What was Lashley's wife called at the time?
Crystal, I think her name was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's saying, "Oh yeah, I slept with your woman, blah blah blah." And then he goes, "Look at your kid, because Crystal is black.
Yeah.
Bobby Lashley is black.
Yeah.
Scott Steiner is white."
Yeah.
And he goes, "I slept with your wife. Your kid's not yours. Look at it. Look at his eyes. He's got my eyes." It's like, wait. That kid is full of black. What are you talking about, Steiner?
Wow. Steiner's the man.
Yeah.
Crackhead, but he's a man.
Like, what? Oh, actually, to be fair as well to Steiner, he had, as limited as he was, he actually had some good matches.
No, he did.
Yeah.
But again, he got to that point where he's making so much money. He's like, you know what? I'm putting half the work.
Yeah,
and he did.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, as well, his entertainment level was sky high. At that point.
Yeah.
So even if his matches weren't up to as much as they could be, I don't want to say necessarily the shortcuts or we had to put them together. But it's just like it's fun. It's fun watching his antics.
Yeah.
He like you said, he knew what he was doing. He knew what needed to be done.
Yeah.
He knew how to draw a crowd.
He did.
What did you think about Lashley combining all the titles?
This is when I was sort of half part-time watching it, so I didn't mind it. It kind of made sense because he's Lashley, so he can do what he wants when he wants. So I was alright with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
If it was anyone
thing
else,
is, though,
I'd be like, this is stupid. But because it was the Asher, I was like, yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't mind. King of the Mountain title was kind of
redundant,
useless at that point, anyways.
Yeah.
So I get it, right? Why make DD Funk? By the way, did he combine was it him that combined the Grand Championship, or was that Austin Aries?
I think it might have been Lashley. I literally had this up 1 second.
Yeah. Because I don't know what the Grand
Aries, because it's saying the last champion was Aries, so yeah, it must be an Aries.
So I don't know. I know they tried something different with the Grand Championship, but I don't know what they were attempting to do with it.
Yeah, I don't think they knew either.
If it was a mid card title, they could have just kept the King of the Mountain title. If they wanted to spice up the ring work differently, like the pure title, you get rope breaks, you get 20 count, you get no close. Like there's enough differences to make it like, okay, we stick by these particular things. If you're gonna do the Grand Championship and say, okay, it's different, then don't restrict what they have to do even further.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. Yeah,
I think because they made it like a hexagon style belt And then it's like UFC, even though it's not, because UFC's legit fighting. So, and you are gonna, if you're going to have all out, you are gonna get tired by a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
And then they judge it. It's just like, okay, well, we're a choreographed or sport entertainment, right? So the things that would apply in legit sports don't apply here.
No.
So I don't know why you would imitate and pretend. You know, if it's the Grand Championship and said, for example, every match has 2 out of 3 falls or something like that, then you can be like, okay, fair enough. There's like every match is broken in. Like if it's like, okay, 3 10-minute round, a 10-minute time, whatever, whoever wins the most, whatever, however you want to do it.
Yeah.
Say like, you know, you would have 3 rounds of matches, and whoever wins 2 out of those 3 rounds, is the winner. If that one round goes beyond 10 minutes, it's a tie.
Yeah.
For that round. Yeah, something like that. And then you even like when you do the television title matches, and they're like 10 minutes on TV, 15 minutes on a pay-per-view. Yeah.
See,
by the way, did you go on? Sorry?
I was saying that's why that title don't exist no more. But carry on, what you're saying?
What did you think of the 6-sided ring? We never actually went into it until now.
That to me was its greatest selling point. So when they got rid of it, I was kind of like, really?
Yeah, I when a TNA first started, it was 4-sided, but I was like, it just looked the same as other organizations.
Yeah. So they should just kept
especially go on, sorry.
No, I was saying they should just kept it 6-sided.
Yeah, they're saying that the 6-sided what's it called?
Ropes in it, or the turnbuckles were a lot different than how.
Yeah, they were tighter, and they made the ring stiffer.
Yeah,
because they had to put it over 6 points instead of 4.
Yeah,
so the bumps are harder. And okay, fair enough. I get that. So I get why you changed it, but Hogan seemed to change it because Hogan decided he wanted to change it.
Hogan did it because Hogan knows best.
Yeah, and they were trying. The crowd were trying 6 sides or something, and he was like, "No more stupid playpen ring."
Yeah,
like, okay, you're not saying that we did it for the workers' safety or whatever it is, right? And people preferred the 4-sided ring. It's just at that point as well, when you're trying to compete with the other organization, don't take away what keeps you different.
No.
At that key point, fair enough if you want to transition to a 4-sided ring at some point.
Yeah.
But in the middle of the quote unquote Monday Night Wars that Dio was trying to revive, and you're just making yourself look exactly the same as WWE at the time, with WWE not necessarily cast-offs, but people that were on that TV show not too long ago.
Yeah,
you're not helping yourself.
No, well, you know.
Yeah. Yes. I was gonna say like we were saying, some people they did help, and I think some people they didn't help.
Yeah.
What did you think of what's it? Like Mr. Anderson?
I liked him when he was Mr. Kennedy, and then I don't know when he became Mr. Anderson. Like the smell, like I don't know. I just stopped liking him. Just like, this guy's kind of annoying.
The stank, right? He just didn't have it anymore.
No, and it kind of felt like me as well. Like most of the time, he was like half-assing it.
Well, because his gimmick to me was just his name is the same. His first name and his surname is the same.
Yeah.
What else is there too?
Yeah, he was a bit of a jerk, stuff like that.
Yeah, and then I think he got pushed too hard too quickly.
Yeah. And then
Rob Van Dam?
Yeah.
I think he did well. The thing is though, with Rob Van Dam, he thought himself above the X division, where I think that's probably if he could have been a mainstay there. He could have helped that division quite a bit actually. Because his styles, I don't say necessarily tailored more to them. But he could have been one like AJ Styles going up and down between them.
Yeah.
Actually, same with Jeff Hardy as well. I was surprised with Jeff Hardy's first run in TNA, he never won the X Division title.
Yeah, but they probably automatically thought that he was above that, which is kind of true.
Yeah. Well, That was in 2005, though, right?
Yeah. He was just coming off of his weird beef with the Undertaker, who
Oh, true. Okay, fair enough.
accepted him and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me ask you about Jeff Hardy's Antichrist of professional wrestling gimmick.
I don't remember much of it because I think I wasn't really paying attention at this point.
So, Jeff Hardy as a heel, I was like, oh, yeah, but you're I don't okay, you're half-line babyface. Yeah, that's basically what you are.
Yeah.
How are you gonna pull off being a heel, like joining Mortal and all that stuff?
Yeah.
But I think he actually pulled it off pretty well. He was like that. Okay, you know how like Broken Matt Hardy goes to the level of ludicrousness?
Yeah.
Antichrist of professional wrestling, Jeff Hardy was a more serious version of that.
Okay.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Not like Bray Wyatt, supernatural kind of whatever,
Yeah.
but you know, the direction of the face paint and whatnot. It's like, and what he's saying, I was like, okay, I accept this heel turn.
Yeah.
It made sense. I just thought of, I was just thinking back to AJ Styles and all his heel turns in TNA.
Which were
Yeah.
more bad than good, but yeah.
Yes. Because he's, I don't say super white meat babyface, but he's like super athlete.
Yeah.
That's what he's all about. And if you're going to say that he's phenomenal and he gets an ego from it and becomes a heel from that, just like, oh yeah, I'm better than all of you, stuff like that, you could go in that direction. But all his heel turns didn't seem to do like that.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, as we know, in professional wrestling, when you turn heel, except if you're Kurt Angle, you just kind of, all your power levels drop.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
By a huge chunk, and you can't win without cheating.
No.
Expedition of Gold. That's what it was, by the way.
There we go. Yep, Expedition of Gold. There we go. That was it.
Yeah. But I mean, that's what the what's it called? That's what the Hardys were.
Before
that's what the Hardys.
Yeah, that's what they were before they disappeared into the multiverse through their teleporter. Yeah.
Oh, just by the way, I read something just now. It was kind of funny. You know, do you know who Johnny Hardy is?
No.
So Matt Hardy couldn't team with Jeff Hardy because of a legal issue.
Yeah.
Triple Mania or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And so, who's the man who changes his surname all the time?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He was Johnny Hardy for that event.
That's cool.
Yeah. Like, all right. I mean, yeah.
Fair enough, yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah. I don't see one. Oh, by the way, did you ever play the TNA video game?
Yeah.
I don't know why. For some reason, I completely forgot.
I had it for like a week and then I sold it.
Oh, was it? Did you think it was that bad? I actually didn't think it was that bad.
That wasn't that bad, but just like I've got SmackDown versus Raw 2009. It seems a lot better. So
it's true. Yeah, I played it. It wasn't bad, but then when it was artificially hard because when you put what was good about this game is you could chain reversals together.
Yeah.
So if you would give me do a move on me, I could tap the reverse button, like time the reversal. Then I start doing my reversal, and then you could time yours to hit and do a reversal, my reversal. There'd be like a whole bunch of chains. Whereas in these games, usually now you just reverse it and that'll be done.
Yeah.
There isn't like
no game does that anymore. But
yeah. Exactly. That's what I thought about what was good in this. But then the computer just kept on getting perfect reversals. Like once you put it harder, it's just too perfect. The reversals. It's like, I'm reading inputs. It's like the walking forward and doing a sonic boom.
Yeah.
You can't reverse perfectly that multiple amount of times on everything I do.
Yeah, but the computer still managed to. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Stupid game.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it was. They actually
That
had
was fun for
achievement.
its time. I'm not gonna say it was terrible. It was fun.
It had an achievement, by the way. That you had to. You could get an achievement for playing against an Impact wrestler
Yeah.
Like an actual person from the Impact roster who played video games, or someone who's played against them.
Okay.
I don't know how many times they had to tell someone to play this Impact video game. Like, I know AJ Styles and Samoa Joe are gamers, but
Yeah.
and Austin Creed. Oh my goodness! All right, now that just reminded me. The true son of Apollo Creed.
Oh yeah. That's pretty funny.
Oh yeah. Okay, so Consequences Creed, aka Austin Creed, aka Xavier Woods.
Yeah.
Now, for those people who know him as Xavier Woods and then wonder why he's on Austin Creed on YouTube, even though his actual name is Austin Watson,
Yeah.
it's because his gimmick used to be Consequences Creed / Austin Creed, depending on where he was,
Yeah.
and he was the son of Apollo Creed.
Yeah.
This is before Michael B. Jordan was the son of Apollo Creed.
Yep.
And what's really funny is, so your gimmick is that you're the son of a fictional character.
Yeah. Get it?
But then again, in the world of wrestling, in the kayfabe world of wrestling, Tiny Lister was Zeus
Yeah.
in No Holds Barred. He come out of the movie to fight Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. So I guess.
So I didn't see why Apollo Creed couldn't come into the real world to have a kid, or Apollo Creed's son couldn't come into the real world at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could happen.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, why not?
Why not? Yeah. Why not? Indeed.
It was funny because do you remember when he came out?
Nah, because I kind of like wasn't watching when he came.
So he had to replace Batman James, as I was saying
Yeah.
before. And he was doing proper all Apollo Creed mannerisms. He had the, the bicentennial hat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They was doing like in Rocky 4.
Yeah.
And the shorts and everything like that. And he was like, I want you. I want you. Yeah. Yeah. I was like, who do you think is the more legit the son of Apollo Creed? Adonis Creed or Austin Creed?
Probably Austin Creed.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Because he looks like him more, or because he acted more the part of the...
He acted like the part.
Well, yeah. And I was like, what? But actually, you know what? But it's a shame that he never won the X Division title, I don't think, either.
No, he didn't do
He won the tag titles. But yeah, he never won the what's it called? The X Division title.
Yeah, he didn't win any solo titles, no.
Yeah. Which is strange as well because he still hasn't won any solo titles.
No, he hasn't, has he? No. Crazy.
Yeah. Which is quite something considering how long he's been around. Actually,
been around forever.
Yeah. 100%. It's just so weird. But then there's people that have won. Like, would you ever thought Rich Swann coming from the WWE Cruiserweight division win their world title? Austin Aries as well.
Yeah.
Austin Aries. This is a strange one. Not a strange one, but by the logic of Impact Wrestling, yeah.
Yeah.
Austin Aries was having a feud with Pac. Pac. What's his name in the thingamajig? Adrian Neville.
Yeah, Neville. Yeah.
And Austin Aries couldn't never defeat Adrian Neville for the Cruiserweight title for some reason.
Yeah.
And then when he comes to join your organization, you give him the world title, and it's just like, okay, I know technically speaking, you meant to pretend another universe's stuff don't happen, but what you're saying is their Cruiserweight is more capable than your world champion, kind of.
Well, to be fair, he had been TNA champion before, so
yeah, it's true.
Champion, yeah.
It's true. It's true. I know you're meant to think about the logic that ways, but sometimes it's just like when they've just left that organization, they come back to your organization, and you just after they like fair enough as well. By the way, if you lose a feud and you come and you join another organization, but would you have them kind of win your world title a bit too close to the time that? Yeah, I mean it's a bit.
Yeah,
a bit. You need to kind of get them a bit more rebuilt-ish.
Yeah.
I don't like it but TNA loves to just hot shot the title to whoever. Like Rob Van Dam came in and won the title. Kurt Angle come in and win the title. Some of them are a bit more understandable than others, by the way.
Mm.
Foley came and won the title. It was just like, right, are we having WCW days now? How's that? What Lashley come in, win the title. Matt Hardy came in, won the title.
To be fair, no, Lashley, he was there for a while, but also remember he was there in like it's 2009 or it was?
What,
Stayed for a bit
TNA?
there. Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah.
I can't remember that.
Yeah, he come in earlier.
Yeah.
Left, did other stuff, came back. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
The thing with Lashley, though, like you say, he's legit. He makes more sense though because he's one, like MMA stuff as well. So and then NCAA and all that stuff, and which is why when they were building up for his feud with Brock Lesnar, it made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Except that for some reason they didn't portray him as legit as they should have been portraying him.
Yeah.
But they, such is. What do you think of Matt Hardy's title runs? Because he didn't win it as Broken Matt Hardy, which, by the way, would have probably made more sense.
No, I think it would have made less sense.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we won it as Big Money Matt.
Yeah.
So I kind of get more sense as more of a serious character. If he won it as as Broken Matt Hardy, I think that would have kind of.
Would you preferred it if his title loss led him to become Broken Matt Hardy?
It kind of did though.
Did it?
Yeah, because Jeff helped him lose that title, and then that's what the beef was with Jeff, and then Jeff broke him, and that's when he became.
Oh, I thought it meant directly losing the title, leading into. Because when Okada lost the IWGP title and he turned into the Bloom Maker.
Yeah.
But about right. So when how much do you know about Matt Hardy's title reign?
He beat the undefeated EC3 with the help of Tyrus, who was EC3's heavy.
Yeah.
And he basically took all of Tyrus's friends and stuff. Yeah, I know quite a lot about it.
Right, so you know how EC3 had a title. Matt Hardy won the title. And then he had to vacate the title.
Yeah.
Because EC3 filed an injunction, right?
Yeah.
A legal injunction. What was that about exactly?
Oh, I can't remember that bit. It was something stupid, if I'm honest.
Right. Because I think it was interference, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But realistic, and then EC3 won the title, then Matt Hardy won the title off him afterwards.
Yeah.
Now, the reason there was a vacation in the middle there was because they taped a whole block of tournament matches.
Yeah.
Prior to all of this.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Which EC3 won. But they didn't want to waste the tape footage.
Yeah.
So they had to have that. They used the injunction so they could then broadcast the tournament matches that they were pre-taped already.
Okay.
Which EC3 won because they couldn't, because obviously they taped it when Matt Hardy didn't have the title. So and just like, all right, well, okay, whatever. Yeah, I don't want to say necessarily this company's so cheap, but that's WCW style doing stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm sure you know about WCW. They taped so much far in advance, way back in the 90s.
Yeah,
that sometimes the results would leak out. This is before people had the internet.
Yeah.
So people would have photos of people that had wrestlers that won titles that hadn't won it in kayfabe yet, but the pre-tapes they had.
Yeah. Oh,
so then the WCW had to change certain events.
Yeah.
Outcomes and stuff like that. If some people got injured, by the way, they still had because they had the weeks of pre-tapes. They had to fill someone in, so have someone else fill in for whoever on that pay-per-view.
Yeah.
To realign the rest of their continuity, and it's just that's kind of a bit mucky sometimes.
Yeah.
And I get taping in blocks because it's cheaper because everyone's out there already.
Yeah.
But taping too far ahead causes you issues as well.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah. 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 Well, you got any more stuff you want to say, particularly about Impact Wrestling? I'm sure there's a good couple of other things that we can say.
Probably is, but
Oh, hold on. Okay. Do you remember how Mickey James got what's it called? Exit. Do you remember how Mickey James exited Impact Wrestling when Nick Aldis said? I think Nick Aldis left at one point.
no, I think he was. He must.
Okay. Mickey James left Impact Wrestling. I know she's back with them, but she left Impact Wrestling at one point.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you remember it.
Yeah, when she
But
got
James
pushed on the railway lines by James Storm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, that's dark.
Yeah, oh, that's a bit of a stretch. But okay, cool. So.
No, did you watch that segment? Because I read about it, I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah.
So give me a bit of a lowdown.
It wasn't even a segment. Basically, they said we got what's it? CCTV footage of earlier today. And like, okay, cool. And then you see them talking by a railroad track, James Storm and Mickey James.
Yeah.
And then he kind of like just pats her on the shoulder really hard in front of the railway track. She falls. Then obviously they cut it, re-edit it sort of thing, where the train comes afterwards. But then they come back later on next week, say, no, he didn't kill her or anything. He just pushed her onto a track.
Oh, okay. I thought it was meant to be like Lucha Underground, where
no, because they got like backlash from it. That's why they changed it.
Oh, they changed it, but they didn't. They didn't say that it did happen. They didn't say it didn't happen. They just said
they just reaffirmed that nothing happened, sort of thing. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's yeah, and then she came back anyways. So
yeah,
it'd been like didn't Paul Bearer got buried in the concrete block or something like that, and then he was back for another show way later on.
Yeah. When Undertaker came back at WrestleMania 20,
yeah, where his casket got burnt and he kind of brought himself back.
Yeah.
From the dead. Yeah, some
nonsense. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you how often do you keep up with Impact Wrestling now?
Every now and then, yeah.
If there's a segment like I see on YouTube or something like that piques my interest, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
If there's like, there's some good wrestlers there.
Yeah, there is.
That's still there, right? Chris Sabin's been there for 20 years. Can you believe that, man? Not 20 years straight. That's the thing, right?
Probably 50,
but yeah. Well, yeah, it's the thing, isn't it? The people that are there been there for a long time, and you just don't realize how long this organization's been around.
Yeah,
it's like, how'd you do it? They're saying the way that TNA Impact Wrestling is going is like, if there was a nuclear Holocaust, the only things that would survive are cockroaches and Impact Wrestling.
Yep, and I'm starting to believe that, if I'm honest. Yeah.
Yeah, but when it first started, do you think it was going to last this long at all?
No.
How long did you give it?
I was gonna say like 5 years.
Well, the thing is, I scale it to how the length of WCW was, and you're thinking WCW is 10 years, but you don't realize how short that actually is.
Yeah, you don't at all.
And I did not think that this was going to last that long.
No.
But yeah, strangely enough, it was the length. Yeah, it's still going on, which is I kind of don't believe it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't want to say I'm not surprised.
No.
I am actually surprised. Oh, by the way, you were saying about and we were talking about Jeff Hardy's drug issues before. And I think there was when TNA had their they were what's it, Wrestle Kingdom 7 or 11 or one of them, where it was Naito versus Jeff Hardy for the TNA World Heavyweight title, and Jeff Hardy being the face and Naito being the heel.
Yeah.
Jeff Hardy got booed, not because Japan is patriotic like that or anything like that, but his performance is terrible.
Yeah.
and they just kind of Japanese crowds just didn't get behind him because they were like, "F this guy." And you know how it is with Japanese crowds;
Yeah,
they're very polite, actually.
super polite.
Yeah, so that's something. Oh, and you probably I don't know if you remember Naito and Nakamura and what's it called? Tanahashi made appearances in Impact Wrestling.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, Naito when he won he was a junior heavyweight tag team champion at one point,
Yeah, it was.
which very strange when you look at it now.
Yeah.
But then again, you look at Kota Ibushi and you're like, yeah, how's that guy a junior heavyweight champion? Look how tonks he is. But then when you see Kota Ibushi as a cruiserweight, as a light heavyweight, junior heavyweight, you're like, actually, you know what? He was slim then.
Yeah.
He's tonks now.
Jesus.
Yeah. But sorry.
He's no, he's completely different now. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think of Jeff Jarrett now? In TNA, I mean, not in TNA, but it's like Jeff Jarrett. I not only did I leave TNA, go back to WWF for whatever short reason, and then instead of going back to Impact Wrestling, I'm gonna go to AEW. Yeah,
I love Jeff Jarrett now. He's like one of my faves.
I don't think he's doing what he needs to do in Impact in AEW. He's not like stealing the show. He's not like being hugging a Triple J, hugging the title, or whatever like that.
No.
He knows where his place is.
Yeah.
To get other people over. I think he was saying that because he was a big money, like a big draw, a big name in TNA, that's why he had to be at the top because to help in the prominence. He didn't really, but at the same time. Whereas now he's out of that thought process now, and he knows that he should be helping get other people over, and he's just being entertaining all around.
Yeah.
It's good on them.
Yeah, man.
What did you think of, like, we were speaking about Ric Flair in TNA? Ric Flair had his what's it called, final rest, his farewell match with Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 24.
Yeah.
And then, so did you expect him to wrestle on TNA?
Yeah, because it's Ric Flair, so yeah, I expected him to do that.
Yeah, so when he said he was going to retire, you didn't expect him to actually legit be retiring?
Nope.
Okay. Because I think he was saying, oh yeah, I retired from matches in North America because he wrestled in Australia against Hulk Hogan for something, for the money probably. Yeah, because this man with Figure 4 Finance, right? He can't even control his own finances. Yeah, he created a finance company called Figure 4 Finance. What's that about?
Insanity. That's what it's about.
Yeah. He then I think he asked for permission for Shawn Michaels. Like, fair enough, by the way. If he said, that my retirement match, I can't wrestle in the US anymore. Fair enough, yeah, because then you keep some semblance of the promise.
Yeah.
But or non-televised, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But he's like, then he asked permission for Shawn Michaels, whether to, so he could wrestle back. You know, he didn't want to do it without Shawn Michaels' blessing. But at the same time, it's just like, look, why is this guy going to say no to you when you know you got no money?
Yeah.
So that's that. And I don't really think that he helped himself, or like as a character, yeah. But he didn't. At this point, he's going on with name value.
Yeah.
I know the man wants to wrestle, but it's just like, yeah, you can't, you shouldn't.
No.
Tag matches, 6-man matches, multi-man matches, fair enough, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to do a lot, but you can't really do the stuff you think you can do anymore. So, yeah. I don't know why he would do that. By the way, did you watch Ric Flair's last match?
I don't intend to ever.
No, nor do I. He already faked a heart attack in that match. Oh no, he got dehydrated. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he was trying to get in shape for whatever to look good.
Yeah.
So I think, did he fake a heart attack, and did he actually had some sort of issue because he dehydrated a bit too much?
I think it was both. So I think he did say like he was knocked out for a portion of the match or something like that. I was like, oh, wow,
Yeah.
that's not,
Yeah.
that's not weird.
What did you? Okay, as the closing of this, what did you think of two things? What do you think of Dixie Carter?
She wasn't really good at what she's doing. Probably better than me because she has experience, but yeah, she didn't seem to know what she was doing and had the wrong
Do you
people
think?
in her ear.
Yeah, yeah. Did you think do you think it was the she listening to the wrong people,
Yep.
or like, first of all, how do you keep Vince Russo on contract for that long?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see why. So you hide this guy, and he's not helping. Your product's not going anywhere. Then you think,
Yeah.
okay, shouldn't we try some other things? Other people, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not like when he was in TNA, it was like all the stories were terrible. Like they were better than
Yeah.
WCW stories. So I kind of give it that,
Yeah. I think so. She was funding, right? But at the same time, it's just like, yes, you don't need to be an on-screen character. Vince Russo decided to make himself an on-screen character in WCW for whatever reason he decided to do that.
Yeah.
But not everyone needs to be an on-screen character if you own the company. Like, I know Paul Heyman did it, and I know Vince did it, but Vince did it because he was forced in a situation where the Mr. Man character came from the Montreal Screwjob.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Vince Russo character did not need to appear in WCW at all.
No, it didn't. But
Yeah.
I guess they was thinking it works for the WWF, so we should try it too.
Yeah, and I'm not sure why the Dixie Carter character needs to appear here in TNA. If she was with EC3, that's a different matter, you know, because that's kind of like, that's your family nepotism. You can carry that's a storyline that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, but I don't. She got funded by her parents to do for the company.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
And they were not making a huge amount of money.
No.
And so the Pound Energy decided to cut their losses after a long while.
Yeah.
You know.
Sleeping on well, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the thing is, they weren't doing bad. They just weren't doing good enough to keep. Like they, I think at the point when they started having an influx of ex WWE people like Hogan, I'm sure you know the deals that Hogan negotiated for himself in WCW.
Yeah, yeah.
Imagine what he got from TNA, which is more desperate, which obviously can't give us much. But then again, at the same time, Hogan knows how to negotiate. He's not an idiot.
Yeah.
And if they're desperate enough to need him, they'll give him a better deal than certain other things. No wonder why, by the way, they had to cut AJ Styles' contract by 40%.
Yeah. But
yeah. What do you think of what the situation with Billy Corrigan from Smashing Pumpkins?
Yeah, they took him for a ride, which is not cool, man. Like,
so clarify.
So TNA from what I remember, TNA needed money, and Billy Corrigan of Smashing Pumpkins, always been a wrestling fan. He always wanted to have his own sort of promotion. So he's like, yeah, I'll help back TNA. You know, give you some more money, all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then thinking he'll get some say in TNA and everything, but no, they basically use his money and then kind of try to kick him out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, look, I'm gonna have to sue you.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to treat me like a punk.
Yep.
And then Anthem, F that owl.
Yep. Yes.
Which, by the way, is something that Reby Hardy said.
Yeah.
What led her to say that? I can't remember exactly.
Because I think that's the reason. That's had something to do with the Hardys not
Oh yeah,
the
tag titles.
Yeah.
He wasn't a fan, I think, of the way that they had the Hardys lose their titles, which they didn't lose, but it's just kind of at the same time they did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, the thing is, I in my mind, that some of the peaks of when I came back to TNA was because of the Hardys, like the Broken Matt stuff.
Yeah.
And then the Kenny Omega stuff. So I think she's got a point. They're whacking this as what brought some people back in, and then they got treated not particularly well either.
Yeah.
Which is not the greatest thing.
No, not at all.
And then they tried to stop it. They stopped Matt Hardy. So they alter their gimmick, their things now. But used to be when you go from company to company, people like to keep their intellectual property, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when Matt Hardy was broken Matt Hardy, he couldn't take the Matt Hardy gimmick outside of TNA.
No,
even though he became
owned the rights to it, something like that.
Yeah. Even though he became Woken Matt Hardy in WWE.
Yeah.
But then, so when the new management of Impact Wrestling took over, they were like, "Yep. If you stay with us, you can use we'll allow you to use your gimmick elsewhere as well." Yeah. So we don't specifically. We'll help you. We essentially give you a platform for your gimmick, but you can take it elsewhere if you need to. Because I think they had to make it more palatable for talent to come in.
Yeah.
Which is why EC3 could run around being EC3 in WWE. In NXT, was he?
Yeah. He was in NXT. Yeah.
And you said they ruined him, yeah?
Yeah. Well, not
NXT. What did they do?
Went to the main roster, they ruined him.
Yeah. What did they do or not do with him?
That's the thing. They didn't do anything with him.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I just well, first of all, he had a great song entrance theme in a very poppy entrance theme in Impact Wrestling.
Yeah, he kind of had like a kind of similar one in his theme song at NXT was pretty good. Where it was like, "Oh, I am the top 1%." But yeah, it was good.
Yeah, top 1%. Yeah.
EC3 ahead of the game. Well, anyway, yeah, and then they just never did anything with him. It was just annoying.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, firstly, AJ Styles obviously made he proved them wrong, but they're trying to cut his money and look how much money he's like. He can make more money in the independents, which he did.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he made himself a big money contract in WWE. So good for him.
Yep, he wins.
And basically, of how bad they organized themselves, the talent went running elsewhere.
Yeah.
So, and they're still alive somehow.
Yeah,
which is amazing. Good on them.
They've kind of rebranded themselves in a good way. So yeah, that's probably why they're still alive.
Yeah, I mean, can you believe that CM Punk used to be there?
No.
Jeez, I don't think he was there for a long time.
No, he wasn't. This is early days as well.
Yeah, and then do you know who Alexis Lorray is?
Yep, Mickey James. Yeah.
Who'd have thought, right?
Yeah.
It's weird to see. There's talent there in TNA that started out. Monty Brown became Marcus Cavon.
Yeah.
Even though unfortunately, that I think he had a family, definitely had to look after his sister's children and stuff like that. So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, this organization, there are good stuff. You just remember mainly the bad stuff.
Yeah, sadly, yeah.
Because they're the ones that stick in your mind. I mean, I would say mainly the good stuff are the individual moments, like matches and stuff like that. Not long-term stuff, because they didn't seem to. I don't know.
Yeah.
Would you say they didn't plan their stuff particularly well?
No.
Yeah. Like you're saying, Vince Russo mindset. Let's get everything. Let's throw it at the wall and see what sticks. And it's like, no, because you've got to put effort into what you. How do you know what's working if every week it's changing everything else?
Yeah, you don't.
So at one point you're going to say to me, let's keep on going, if we change this element, maybe that's what the people like. We change that, but then you start modifying too many things, and you don't know what people liked before.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think they were right to change the name from TNA to Impact Wrestling, because I know they called themselves TNA Impact, and I think they were going for an ECW kind of vibe early on in the years.
Yeah.
Like Fire and Desire, aka Sex and Violence, right?
Yeah.
But obviously you can only do so much if you can't show certain things, and you can't swear.
Yeah.
You got the titillation of the girls dancing in cages or whatever stuff. And it's just like, yeah. So good for them. They got rid of that.
Yeah, man.
Even though you could say they knockout division, they highlight the certain female physique. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But hey, look, you need to make yourself. Because obviously they call themselves Total Non-Stop Action to make the, like, obviously TNA and whatever, right? But it's just like, no, it's at some point it's a bit childish.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you edgy.
No.
Because they also had Sports Entertainment Extreme. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Why? Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah. Dumb.
Yeah, I suppose that yeah. So, ending on that point, randomly enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish them all the best in the future. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, how much longer do you think they'll last? Do you think they'll outlast AEW?
Nah, but I think unless something really bad happens financially, I think Impact be around for a while.
Oh yeah, well, because TNA's got the booking of the backing of Tony Khan, a billionaire Tony Khan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So about a billionaire who actually knows what he's doing. All right. Why do you sound not so confident there?
Well, he hides CM Punk, so that just proves stuff.
Oh no. What I'm saying is he knows how to run a company, whereas Dixie Carter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, that'll be us signing off on this episode where we had to look back at
20
Impact
plus years of Impact Wrestling. Yeah.
20 years. Okay, good points. Some not so good points, but just stuff generally that sticks in your mind because why not?
Yeah, exactly.
Unfortunately, there's lots to say. What can you say? 20 years of being around. That is something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, guys, if you've followed Impact Wrestling or TNA, let us know. What was your favorite period? Who was your favorite Impact champion, and what was your favorite championships? Yeah.
What standout stuff do you remember? Or negative or positive, because that's how things roll. Not every company is going to have great stuff all the time.
No.
And there's going to be probably some moments that we missed or have not spoken about, just because off the top of your head, you can't remember everything that happened.
Yeah. So let us know. And I have been the man who got lost during teleportation back to America, Carl Charles.
Yeah. And I'm the one who got pushed on train tracks, but came back to win the championship. So hey, that's something.
Yeah.
See why, Sean?
And thank you for listening to us talk about TNA. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe with on this podcast with your friends. Give us a like on Instagram and the Twitter, or give it to us a follow. You can even email us if you've got any questions, and don't forget to leave us a 5-star review. And until next time, guys, I'd like to thank you all for taking a trip with us around the Multiverse. Bye.
Bye.
I'm looking at these 2 gold belts. I'm looking at Tag Team Gold, and here's what I'm thinking. Because you got Delete or Decay. You got the Final Deletion. You got the Great War. You got Apocalypto. But let's forget all that. That's the past. Let's look to the future. Let's look to One Night Only, live on pay-per-view tomorrow night. And let's look at how about you guys put those titles on the line against me and a partner of my choosing. How do you feel about that? Because after that, the only thing that's going to be deleted is your title reign. And that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life.
So let me get this right. Eli Drake, you are challenging the greatest tag team in all of space and time? Well, we accept your challenge for tomorrow night's pay-per-view. And tomorrow night, I will be there and I will be ready to delete.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Delete.
Yeah. Yeah.
Delete.
Yeah.
Obsolete. Delete.
Yeah.
Obsolete.
Yeah.
Delete.
Yeah.
Obsolete.
Yeah.
Delete.
Yeah.
Obsolete.
This is very confusing. See you tomorrow.
Eli Drake with a tip shot there, countered by the Hardys.
Yeah.
And the broken brilliance, the Hardy hospitality. Getting a tremendous ovation here. And the challenge from Eli Drake. He's going to find a partner of his choosing to challenge the Hardys for the World Tag Team titles. The Hardys accept.